It looks like Oregon is going to return to being a free state once more. Hello, my name is Todd. I want to thank you for tuning into the Teal Jack channel. I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. What I've got for you today is actually an update to a video that I am currently uploading and will eventually become live either tonight or tomorrow. And this video is discussing a ruling that came out early this morning by a judge in Baker County. The judge's name is Judge Matthew Shirtcliffe, and he, in a nutshell, basically has null and voided all of our fabulous governor's executive orders for this pandemic. So, to give you what's going on, is apparently a church or churches in Baker County sued the governor based on her executive orders. Apparently in Oregon's Constitution, and the reason I say apparently is because I haven't actually looked at it myself, but apparently in Oregon's Constitution, there is a 28-day window that is allowed for the governor and her executive orders. In other words, she's got 28 days in these executive orders, and after that point, they can't be extended under Oregon's Constitution. Now, let me just state to begin with, I personally believe from the get-go these executive orders to close churches and private businesses were unconstitutional to begin with. I'm not going to get into all the ins and outs of that, but that's how I believe, that's how I feel about it. And so for her to close down businesses, keep in mind she didn't close all businesses. She's kept some of them open. So as long as you're not a local mom and pop store, you are allowed to stay open. So through this time, I would call it a crisis of economics here in the state of Oregon, businesses like Lowe's, Home Depot, Fred Meyer, so on and so forth, they're going to weather this storm very well because they've been allowed to stay open and continue business. Meanwhile, your local clothing store, your local shoe stores, bike stores, car parts, etc., they've all been closed. Tire companies, closed. Hobby stores, closed. She won't allow them to operate. Yet it's okay for Home Depot to stay in business. Now, that's where my angst lies to begin with. Why is it okay for Home Depot, big giant corporations, to stay open? Meanwhile, my local hobby store has to close. Could they not have done the same thing that Home Depot did? In other words, I don't know, clean the parts, clean the product on the shelves, sanitize them if necessary, wear masks if they have to, do social distancing, only allow so many customers in the store. I think they could have. And for that alone, there's no reason the governor should have ever closed down the stores. And based off our U.S. Constitution, we should never have had our churches closed to begin with. So, Judge Matthew Shirtcliffe, or Judge Shirtcliffe, he ruled against Governor Brown, although her team is going to file appeal with the state Supreme Court. But he did not grant them their stay on his order. So in other words, his order is now in effect. In other words, Kate Brown's executive orders are done. This literally means that if the high school students all get together, they could actually get their school districts to open up and actually have an official graduation, and therefore my daughter with David Douglas High School could actually have a graduation under which she walks down and gets her degree. And that means all this social distancing orders are done, and we could gather back as a group, families and friends, and come to her graduation. That means I can travel now to my parents' house. With my mom suffering for her ailments, I haven't seen my dad, haven't even been able to congratulate him other than by phone for his retirement after working 50 years for AT&T. And now I can actually drive down and go see him and congratulate him. Maybe take him a gift to say, hey, well done, Dad. Excellent job, 50 years. You did a whole lot better than your son. And I can do that now. I can go about my life. That means I should be able to go to my local parks and not have to worry about Kate Brown's stupid orders. That means I can go to local stores, if they would open their doors, and get new shoes, buy new clothes, I don't know, buy a new model airplane or helicopter. I could do those things now because her orders are done. So let me read you just a little bit of what he stated. Judge Shurtleff stated, once the maximum 28-day period exceeded, the governor's executive orders and all subsequent orders were rendered null and void. This is excellent news, not only for our churches, because now we don't have to abide by the stupid 20-person rule. The store owners and the shop owners don't have to abide by putting plexiglass up to separate customers from employees. Employees don't have to wear face masks unless they want to. And all of us churches should be able to gather again as the full congregation and not just 25 only. And that means I should be able to go to my church this Sunday, which would be excellent. The problem is, I think there's too many people in the state of Oregon that have drunk the liberal Kool-Aid too often, and that includes some Christians. And they won't do it. They'll continue to abide by her executive orders, even though they're null and void. It's going to be interesting come tonight to see if the news media actually covers this. I got a strong feeling they probably won't. Anyway, excellent news for Oregon. We are now free. And make sure you tell everybody. Check out Baker County Judge Shurtleff and check out what happened, because this is a good thing for Oregon. Anyway, short video, although I've rambled on a little bit long right now. Take care. God bless. We'll catch you next time. Hi, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. Please hit the like button below, and if you would, hit the subscribe link up here and take some time to watch one of my other videos. Thanks again and have a wonderful day. God bless and take care of yourself.